Hey, Simple Truth, we're coming back at you with a weekly update and encouragement. One of the things that I'm going to start doing is start to show you different devotionals, and hopefully some of you will be new to you, but for some of you they'll be oldies and goodies. But one of the things that I think we need to do is during times like this is dig deeper, and one area to dig deeper in is in reading those from yesteryear. And so I want to share with you My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers, one of the classic devotions. It's one of my go-tos. And so I want to share just today's. This is just it. This is today's, and you can get a flavor. So let me read it to you. His is today is the habit of keeping a clear conscience. And he quotes Acts 24:16, which says, "Strive to have a conscience without offense towards God and men." God's command to us are actually given to the life of his Son in us. Consequently, to our human nature in which God's Son has been formed, his commands are difficult, but they become divinely easy once we obey. Conscience is that ability within me that attaches itself to the highest standard I know, then continually reminds me of what that standard demands that I do. It is the eye of the soul which looks either toward God or toward what we regard as the highest standard. This explains why conscience is different in different people. If I am in the habit of continually holding God's standard in front of me, my conscience will always direct me to God's perfect law and indicate what I should do. The question is, will I obey? I have to make an effort to keep my conscience so sensitive that I can live without any offense towards anyone. I should be living in such perfect harmony with God's Son that the spirit of my mind is being renewed through every circumstances of life, and that I may be able to quickly prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. God always instructs us down to the last detail. Is my ear sensitive enough to hear even the softest whisper of the Spirit so that I know what I should do? Do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God, Ephesians 4:30 says. He does not speak with a voice like thunder. His voice is so gentle that it is easy for us to ignore. And the only thing that keeps our conscience sensitive to him is the habit of being open to God on the inside. When you begin to debate, stop immediately. Don't ask, why can't I do this? You are on the wrong track. There is no debate possible once your conscience speaks. Whatever it is, drop it and see that you keep your inner vision clear. So that's Oswald Chambers' devotion for today. I would encourage you, it's online. There's apps for it. There's all sorts of opportunities to get this onto your device. But I'm a little older, and I love those musty old books. So you can get them easily anywhere. Amazon would be one where you could get it delivered to your house. I would encourage you, if you haven't used Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His High, as a devotion, get one. You will not be disappointed. It will speak to you every single day. So there's that. Well, I just want to give you some updates of what's going on. We'll probably later in the week give you another video of the construction progress. I mean, it's still going on, and so we want you to be aware that things are continuing there, and we're excited about what God's doing with our construction, and it's moving forward. Also want to just thank you and give you just kind of a brief update. God has been good, and you guys have been very faithful in your giving. And we met as a board this week, and we are so thankful for what God is doing and through the finances of the church. So we just wanted to, I know some people had some questions of how we were doing, and it's just been phenomenal. So no worries there. With that being said, again, we want to make sure everyone knows that if there is a need, please forward that on to us. We want to still do the work that God has placed us to do. So make sure if there's a need that you get that to us, and we can move forward to try to find a solution to that issue. The other thing, Nevada County is moving through stages 2, and they've been asserted to go ahead and provide their final course. I was a little disappointed where we were at. I was really hoping that they would start to loosen some of the restrictions regarding smaller groups, and they're not. Unfortunately, right now, it's still no groups can be together, can gather that are not family members. So we'll still continue to pray that the Lord will change that and move forward so that we can start our life groups again and our small men's and women's Bible studies. I know many of the life groups are still meeting via Zoom, and that's great. We want to continue that, but we want to gather together as soon as possible. So just be praying that we can move forward in the near future and at least get back to that. And then be praying for us as leadership. The board met this past Monday night, and we're beginning to process when we open. And it's still a ways out, guys. I don't want to get your hopes up, but we're trying to prepare and have a plan. We're in the process of procuring supplies and things we might need so that when we get that call, that it's time, that we'll be ready and be able to move quickly so that we're all together. The reality is if the governor came out this week and said, okay, churches can go back in, we wouldn't be ready. And so we want to make sure that everyone's safe and that we have everything in place to ensure the safety of you guys. So we're in that process. So just be praying that the Lord would provide what we need, give us guidance and direction on how the seating should look, because whenever that time comes, and again, I think it's months out, guys, the seating isn't going to be like it was. And so just be praying that we can provide the perfect setting and be able to provide live worship soon. Very soon, hopefully. Well, that's enough of that. We love you guys. We miss you. And we hope you're all doing well. Like I said, make sure you're reaching out to each other. Make sure you're looking at the needs that are in your local neighborhood and community. And let's be the hands and feet of Christ during this time. Lord bless you guys. Take care.